Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, and welcome to the Harnkegger Game 6 here on twitch.tv/LOTRO stream. We are going to be live every day this week, including Saturday and Sunday, with this special event live on the Laurelin server, player-run event called the Harnkegger Games in Year 6. And it's going to be kind of a sporting event style thing. We can explain the rules and all that a little bit later on. Today is the opening ceremony, opening concerts, and a lot of fun as well. I also want to welcome someone from the Harnkegger Games organization group that's going to join me right now to talk a little bit about what's going on. Say hello, Alvar.
Thank you, and hello.
All right, so that's what we're talking about today, right? Music, fun, games, not so much actual events.
Well, the music, we do have the music competition, the first part of it tonight. So that's an actual game.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry?
Oh, no, go ahead. That's right. I was just actually looking at my schedule. I'm incorrect. So, yeah, the music event semifinal gets underway in about 45 minutes or so at right where we are. And then we're also going to be doing the spike jump a little bit later on.
Yes, that's right. So we surely do have two games tonight.
All right, so for those folks who maybe are just tuning into the Harnkegger Games for the first time, how would you describe it? Like, what are the Harnkegger Games?
The Harnkegger Games are basically a full week of different games each night, from running, swimming, sparring, and music. It is based upon I think it's a dwarven tradition from the Firebird clan. I would seem to recall that it's based on, and it started out 5 years ago now. I think there were only 2 days then, and it expanded to being a full week as it is now. It's been a full week for the last, this is the third time I think where it's a full week. I think so.
So for the general events, we should probably let people know the way it works is ultimately the points are being earned per event based on the standings, and those points are accumulated according to the various races in Lord of the Rings Online. And then at the end of the event, the race, dwarves, elves, hobbits, humans, that get the most points win the event.
Yes, indeed. And we also have prizes for individual competitors, the Harnkegger Champion Prize and the Harnkegger Fair Play Hero Prize, I think it's still called. The first one of those being for a competitor that embodies the spirit of the games and has won games. The second one, the Fair Play Hero, is meant for someone who may not have won anything, but still embodies the spirit of the games.
And for those folks who are watching and maybe want to be involved in this either this year or future years, how does one go about getting involved in the Harnkegger Games as a participant?
For this year, the only event that requires pre-registration is the music event, which takes place, the first part takes place tonight, and the second part is, let me check, I think it's Saturday or Sunday.
Yep.
Let's see, it's Sunday. The final is Sunday. Yes, and that's the only event that requires registration in advance. For the other events, it's enough that you show up on time.
Nice. So you can check out the main website is harnkeggergames.simplesite.com. That'll kind of explain what each event is, how it works, how scoring is done, things like that. You can also find a schedule on harnkeggergames.simplesite.com, and we'll have a link as well in our Twitch stream here for those who need to be reminded of exactly how to spell all that stuff. But if you're interested this week, like I said, outside of the music event, which is a registration event, you can take part. You just got to get yourself to Laurelin in time at the location to the event, and you too can be a potential Harnkegger Games champion. Otherwise, we should just real quick mention we have music, the spike jump today. Tomorrow is a cross-country run and a fire run jump. I've seen that in previous years where you have to basically jump over a pit of fire. We've got Brandywine, a long swim and a fishing competition, a relay race, sparring tournament, a larger swim, and a sprint run. Something called the Aquathon, which you can find details about that on the website, and we can also talk a little bit about that later on in the stream. We've got the Shire Drunken Merchant Race, Poetry and Story Contest, a fence run, and then the final music event to wrap things up on Sunday as well. So the broadcast is going to be happening from 2 o'clock to 4:30 p.m.-ish Eastern every single day right here on twitch.tv/LOTRO stream. We'll go as long as we need to for the events and schedules permitting and all that sort of thing. So if you're watching in chat, thank you very much. Don't forget to hit that follow button on LOTRO stream if you would, and you'll be notified for when we do go live with shows just like this one, along with our other regular streamers. If you're joining us on Laurelin, that's awesome. Thank you. If you're joining us just on chat, maybe from work or whatever, that's very cool too. We encourage you to take part in the chat and have fun with the games here. Basic rules apply in terms of language and all that sort of thing. We do have some moderators if necessary, but I don't think it's going to be necessary. It's just going to be a fun week here. And thank you very much, Alvar, for giving me a few minutes of your time. Is there any kind of final thoughts here before I let you get going to actually deal with the event?
I can mention that there are some news with regards to the events this year. The swim events have changed location, as last year we had a lot of the contestants running instead of swimming, which was in fact allowed then, and taller races can apparently run in deeper water than the shorter races can, which gave the taller races an advantage. So we changed location for the swim events to the Brandywine River, where it's so deep that no race, not a single race can run in that water.
Indeed. The other thing is the Harnkegger Games do have their own social media presence. You can find them on Twitter. Just do a search for the Harnkegger Games. You'll find it. And, of course, again, the website, harnkeggergames.simplesite.com. I also did want to thank not just you, Alvar, but really all the organizers of this event. I know that it takes a lot of work to put this together, and it's something that you guys continue to do year after year. And this is your biggest year yet, and you guys have been doing a ton of work, so not just in preparation, but all the work you guys are going to be, and gals, are going to be doing throughout the week this week to bring the Harnkegger Games to us. I'm just kind of doing some broadcasting for fun. You are the ones actually doing all the organization and hard work to run the games. And so on behalf of everyone watching and participating this year, we want to give you guys and gals a big thanks for all that work as well. All right, thank you very much, Alvar, and I will let you get going here. I'm going to bring in Stine here to do a little bit of co-hosting duties with me. Have fun at the event, and maybe I'll talk to you again in the near future.
Thank you very much.
All right, so again, harnkeggergames.simplesite.com for more info on that. Let me bring in Stine. Awesome.
Let me see here. I gotta mute the stream.
Yep.
And I gotta position.
Your voice is on the air. Your video is not.
Right. Okay. So I got
Yep.
some time to move my camera then, because I was in
Yes.
the lap camera. I have a specific camera for when my cat decides to join me.
Nice.
So that was currently pointing in a non-stream direction. So I'm gonna move it up.
Nice. Very, very cool. Just let me know when you think you're ready to go, and I can bring on the video here as well.
All right. Should be good.
All right, cool. Let me take care of that then. See if I can make this happen. Uh-oh. What happened to my video? It's not working. Okay, there we go. Oh, hey, there we are. Hello, Stine.
Hello.
We can actually see you now. Thank you very much
Been a
for
long
joining me
time.
here on LOTRO stream for the Harnkegger Game 6. This is going to be a fun week.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what this is all about. I've seen glimpses of it before, but it was mostly standing in Thorn's Hall, looking at a lot of people standing in a long conga line, and then running across lava.
Nice, nice. So, well, that's what this is all about. Today's the opening ceremony here, so we're, like I say, for this first half hour or so, it's really just kind of music and hanging out and having fun and all that. So in a little bit, I'm probably going to cut both of our video. We can keep the audio going if we want to make any comments, and just kind of do a bit of a bird's eye view, as it were, of the audience and all that itself. But, I know as someone who's put together some events on my own that these kind of things, if you do it really, really well, it looks really easy. But the reality is, it's anything but,
Yeah, a lot of coordination.
Yeah. So, otherwise, your show, we're kind of interrupting your show here.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's for a good cause, right? So
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, so just give me a quick plug for your show. Stine Plays, 12:30 p.m. Eastern, whatever time it is your time over in Europe.
6:30.
Yep. I knew that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It gives me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half before I come home from work to get ready to start the stream, and then sit here and play games for 4 hours. So it fills up my Mondays pretty nice. But it's fun.
Yeah. All right. So now, if I was just watching the stream correctly, you actually have got a character you're getting ready for Laurelin for the games here. Is that right?
I'm already done, actually. I have. I don't know if you have an actual character standing out in the game now. I saw you had a specific camera angle, but I don't see a character standing in that spot. Are you invisible?
I am invisible. I am secret. This is true.
Yeah. I just finished my first ever Laurelin character. We went in the High Elf introduction, and we went in detail through all of the quests. We read out all of the stuff that happened, so we learned a lot about the history of the elves today, or at least I did.
Nice. Do you think you might be taking part in any of the games this week?
I don't think so. I have quite a busy week, and all the events are pretty late for me, so sadly I think I'm gonna have to be browsing from the side and cheering on others doing it.
I do happen to know that part of the reason this works out so good for my schedule personally is that this is taking place during relatively European-friendly times, because it is on Laurelin and all that sort of thing, which actually works out great for me, so,
It's slightly late. It depends how much time you're willing to spend up before you go to bed in the evening, but it's 8:15 now, so... And the main event should start in, is it 40? Is it 15 or 45 minutes when they start, the opening speech?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So, let me just explain a little bit. This is about as good a time as any. See this little weird red glowing character that's glowing up and kind of back and forth on the live camera? It's probably a little delayed on Twitch there, but that's me. That is my admin character. I am invisible to everybody in the
Right.
world when I'm in this particular state, but of course I can't be invisible to my own game client. So when you see
No.
the video here in the archive, you may see me kind of getting in people's way, as it were, but there's no actual concerns that that is going to happen. They will move through me without any impact, and they can't actually see me themselves. So,
Right, okay.
and that's the reason I'm doing it this way. So on stream here, occasionally you're going to see this guy kind of hanging out in the games, although I'm going to try to keep him relatively out of sight as best as I can. But that's basically what the deal is. This is the character attached to the camera, and then I'm detaching the camera, and then I can move it around the game on an admin. And which is the reason I can do this stuff, is this is an actual admin character. And I do have the
Admin
ability
perks.
to cause you trouble, so don't troll.
I have a lot of people who would like to possess an admin account for screenshotting purposes, myself included.
Oh, I know, right? We've talked about it. You know, hopefully that's
Yeah.
something that someday in the future we're going to be able to do. But
Yeah.
at the moment, there's some kind of specific issues because you have to be kind of careful how you do it. For example, I really am not generally supposed to put my camera outside of various land blocks and things like that because it can cause some
Yeah.
performance issues. But I am actually talked to QA and our ops people and that about, okay, so what can I do without causing trouble? And so hopefully I will somehow manage to not crash Laurelin during this event. That is my goal.
That would be nice.
Yep.
We are
So-
getting a little bit of a video stutter, though, I noticed.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's a mix of, for some reason, I think a mix of going on Discord and XSplit at the same time like this with this video, while also streaming and having a large number of people in game. I think it's just kind of that. So I think what I may end up doing is actually killing your video in just
do
a little
that.
bit here, and that should hopefully resolve it.
Well, I can turn it off like that.
Yeah. See if that makes it a little easier. I mean, if you think about it, you're all the way over in
Norway.
Norway, and
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm quite a ways away. I'm on the other side of the ocean, and yet we're just
You are.
talking about all this stuff, you know, live, streaming in game and all that. So, you know, we live in a pretty fancy world here, really, all said and done.
We are quite spoiled,
Yeah.
I have to say. It's internet makes a lot of things seem so very easy, but there's a lot of technology behind it. Being
Nice.
a developer, I know that there's a lot of stuff behind it. So
Nice. All right. Well, Steenie, I guess I'm going to let you go here, unless
Yeah.
you want to stick around or say anything else here. Finally, and then I'm going to kind of just show off the music, bring up the music, so people can just enjoy the event and not hear me talking and all that for a little while, and we'll just sort of enjoy the games here for a little bit. So thanks very much, Steenie, for joining me. Any kind of final thoughts or things you want to mention?
not really. I have the ability to join for a while longer if you would like to keep me here, but it's I'll mostly be running around in here trying to find a good outfit for this new tune, because you got to think about the important stuff, right?
It's true. I can actually uninvisible myself for just a minute to show off the outfit I spent about 20 minutes putting together on Friday here. I was like, okay, my dwarf admin Cordovan has got to look halfway decent here, right? This is
Yeah,
his
you can't
debut.
just go on the starting clothes. I mean, the high elf clothes that you get at the start, or at least the ones that you have in the intro, look pretty awesome. I do really like them.
Nice, nice. All right, cool. Well, thanks very much for joining me, Stine. I really appreciate it.
All right, thanks for having me.
Cool. See ya.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Thank you again. Thanks, Stine, for joining me here live. I'm going to turn up the master volume so that we can hear the music nice and clear. I'm going to kill my own voice and just sort of enjoy the music for a little while here. So, hope you dig it, and I'll be back in just a little bit. Hello, you are watching the Harnkegger Game 6 live from the Laurelin server on twitch.tv/LOTRO stream. That was the Rolling Kegs doing opening ceremony music in just a couple of minutes here. We're going to have the actual opening ceremony event get started, and then after that we've got a music event semi-final that'll be taking place. Actually, all the events will be taking place here on Thorin's Halls on Laurelin today. Opening ceremony getting ready to start in just a couple of minutes, then the music semi-final, then the spike jump to wrap up the day's events. We are going to be streaming this 2 to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Sunday right here on LOTRO stream. Please give us a follow. If you miss a show, if you miss an event, if something comes up and you can't watch it live, we are going to have this stuff archived at a later date on YouTube. Going to try to get it done as soon as I can, but going to have to give me little bit of time to get this stuff sorted out. Alright, thank you very much. Back to the broadcast. Hello again, everyone. Welcome to the Harnkegger Game 6 here on twitch.tv/LOTRO. Thank you for joining us. We have a nice-sized audience here today. Feel free to chat away in our chat room. The only real rules we have is no harassment, no major profanity. And be all nice to each other, or else we will crush you. No, we will not. We will have fun here today from about 2 to 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Starting off the event is a music competition. Let me remind you again, harnkeggergames.simplesite.com's the URL for just about every single thing you'd want to know about the event. The Music Festival semifinal at sea. It is, as stated, a registration event, the finest of singers and musicians, to show they merit a place in the Harnkegger Music Final on later that week. Could even star as the main act for the closing concert of the Harnkegger Games. They need to impress the judges with their musical skills. A best song competition. Contestants will be judged on lyrics, song, tune, and performance. Can be groups or individuals. No song should be longer than 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Each contestant can only enter one song, either individually or as part of a group. The jury will decide which 4, 5, or 6 bands qualify for the music event final on Sunday the 17th, depending on the amount of participating bands or solo artists. And I saw it looks like we have 8 bands going, so. And then the semifinal is going to take place on Sunday right here at Thorin's Gate. The prize is the music event final here for today. And then a little bit later on here at the Rock Belly Pit in Thorin's Halls, starting in about an hour or so, is the Spike Jump. That's going to have several dozen competitors jumping off a great height and trying not to break their legs. So that's some of the craziness you're going to be seeing here this week. Get you a good sense of what's going on here. In case you want to know, my name is Cordovan, and I'm the community manager for Standing Stone Games, a community manager for Lord of the Rings Online, and I'm here today broadcasting the event on an admin because I get to do some camera tricks and have some fun in a way that the organizers could not. It also allows the organizers to really just focus on running the event and not have to worry about broadcasting the event at the same time. Again, this stuff is going to get its way over to YouTube and Twitch archives fairly soon after each day, but we'll kind of have to see how things go. Otherwise, we're running about 2 o'clock to 4:30 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Sunday here all this week. Going to be joined by streamers, by folks from the Harnkegger games, and just having a lot of fun. Alright, I am going to shut up again, and